It's, yep, almost 5:30 in the morning. I'm multitasking by eating right now. And I'm also just gonna say real quick, I recorded this already straight after reading chapter 3 of the Elementus, whatever. But because I thought that this chapter was ending, I stopped the recording. It was still going, so I had to restart the book. And I was gonna redo it right then, but it was killing my phone. I said, let me just post the other video up first, and then what about this? Anyways, I'm gonna stop commentating and yeah, go. Well, again, I'm eating, so any pauses, you know why. Chapter 13, the morning after. The morning after the gala. You stand in the kitchen, doing your best to pretend like it's just any other day. You pour yourself a fresh cup of coffee, while Mason and Mickey eat their wheat germ oatmeal at the counter. Sorry about your breakfast, boys, but it's the best I can do with Sophia's new diet guidelines. It might not be so bad if it came with a side of bacon. I don't even think that would help. Besides, Aunt Sophia got rid of all the bacon, remember? Good morning. You try not to flush as Sam enters the room. Just the sound of her voice is enough to bring the memory of last night rushing back. Tell me what you imagine when you touch yourself at night, Crystal. Do you think of me? Are you sure you want to do this? Crystal, are you alright? You shake yourself out of your rear and turn to Sam. Yeah, I'm fine. Just thinking about last night. You watch her closely, seeing if she'll take the bait. She doesn't say anything, but you see something flash in her eyes before she can control it. Yeah, Carter said you went to that fancy party thing with Mom. Did you pull any pranks? Sam keeps her expression completely under control as she looks to her kids. Not this time. Maybe we just needed someone to show us how it was done. I'd rather stay home and eat pizza, thanks. You glance at the boys, then back at Sam, dropping your voice to a whisper. Can we talk later? Sam stiffens, keeping her eyes glued on the boys. Yes, later. I'm also gonna say, I'm kind of glad that I'm restarting it. Even though I'm pissed about it, I'm kind of glad because for some fucking reason, about 20-ish minutes in, the fire alarm in this house went off. I'm probably thinking, oh, it's not that bad. No. When the original one goes off, it's just that normal beep, 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 you know? It's when that one goes on for too long, it sets off another one in this house that's louder, and it says, fire. So, I had to immediately pause after it started going off, because what the fuck? And then after that, I was just so distracted reading because of that. Ears ringing. Like, okay. Cool. Just ruined. Just ruined this, the reading. Like, okay. Ruined my whole flow. So I'm kind of glad I'm restarting just because, like, that and other distractions. Like, Jesus. But, oh my god. You note the emphasis on that word. Before you can respond, Sam grabs her cup of coffee. And heads to her home office. You watch her retreating back, trying to ignore the pain in your heart. After breakfast, you help Mason and Mickey get ready for the day when Sam knocks on their bedroom door. I'm about to go into the office, but I want to talk to you first. Your heart stutters at Sam's declaration until you realize he's talking to the twins. Get it together, Crystal. Now is definitely not an appropriate time for us to discuss our horizontal tangle. She takes a seat, then clears her throat as Mason and Mickey put their arms around her. What's wrong, Mom? You look sad. I'm not sad. I just know you're not gonna like what I have to say. Then you gotta just rip it off, like a band-aid. Right, like a band-aid. Sam takes a deep breath. I have to go to Italy for a business trip as soon as possible. What? You're fleeing the country? Just like that? I wouldn't call it fleeing. Dalton Enterprises has been in negotiations for months, and after the Milan breach, but my dad just doesn't trust anyone else to handle it. What about us? Aunt Sophie isn't staying here, is she? No, she'll be in Naples with me. But don't worry, you won't be alone. You have Crystal. You can feel Sam's gaze turn to you, but you're focused on the twins, trying to stay upbeat. Let's not overreact here. This is a flight and some meetings, right? I bet your mom will be back before you know it. Actually, depending on the negotiations, I could be gone for a couple months. A couple months? But it's the rest of summer. Seriously, Sam, that's so long. For the boys, I mean. My parents were often overseas for months at a time when I was younger, and they'll survive. But don't you want them to do more than just survive? Eating and reading was a bad idea, but I'm trying not to let my emotions cloud my judgment here. I don't have a choice in the matter. Especially oatmeal. You always have a choice, Sam. The two of you share a long look. Can we at least come visit you while you're gone? Of course, buddy. I'm sure we can work something out. In the meantime, why doesn't Crystal take you to out for today? I got to prepare for my trip, but we'll have a special dinner tonight before I go. Promise. Sam stretches out her arms and pulls the boys close in a hug. She doesn't so much as glance at you before she leaves. Eat. Later that day, we trudged to the National History Museum with Mason and Mickey, trying to lift their somber mood. Just know that Tyrannosaurus comes from the Greek words for tyrant lizard. It can also eat as much as 500 pounds of meat in a single bite. That's actually kind of cool, but I'm not really in the mood for learning. I know, it's been a tough morning. Mom's never gone on a business trip like this before. It's not because we fight all the time, is it? No, definitely not. But it's easy to feel like that sometimes. Even I wonder if I'm the reason why your mom wants to suddenly leave town. Especially since I probably am. But you're like Mom's favorite person. Yeah, she loves you as much as we do. You two are sweet, but I'm not so sure. At least we have the penthouse to ourselves. We'll have ice cream for dinner and chicken nuggets for dessert, and stay up late watching superhero movies. You know it isn't exactly realistic, but it's worth it to see those. You know it isn't exactly realistic, but it's worth it to see their faces light up. Once Sophia gone, we can eat regular food again. Mason and Mickey slap a high five. See, there's a silver line to everything. Now we better head home so we're not too late for dinner with your mom. You call up Carter and see when he's driving the three of you back toward the penthouse. Did you boys have fun at the museum? Yeah, did you know Tyrannosaurus comes from the Greek words tyrant lizard? You smile to yourself as the twins silently tell Carter about everything they learned. You pull out your phone to let Sam know you're on your way back. Heading back, ETA 20 minutes. You need to pick up anything on our way, or do you have the special dinner all planned out? About that. Why am I not surprised? This is becoming your MO. What's that supposed to mean? You're a smart woman. Figure it out. Crystal, I'll take care of dinner for the boys' sake. But you better come up with an amazing apology dessert for them. Your phone keeps buzzing, but you ignore the text and focus on Mason and Mickey. So, about dinner. But before you can elaborate, you spot a turn off with several food trucks being set up. Maybe Sam's special dinner is a bust, but it doesn't mean I can't do something fun for them. Plus, they haven't had any good food in weeks, not with Sophia's health plan in full force. That was a big bite. That was a big bite, Jesus. Carter, take this nest right and find a place to pull over. We're gonna have dinner at the food truck festival. By the way, Miss Knight. I don't know what that means, but it sounds awesome. So you're in. The sky goes dark as you and the boys make your way through the gathering crowd around the food trucks. Look, grilled cheese. Not just any grilled cheese. It's mac and grilled cheese. Oh my god, won't you be so mad she missed out? Her loss. I vote we focus on filling our own bellies, okay? Yeah, who knows what else they have? Stay stuffed with mac and cheese. You laugh as Mason and Mickey lead you from one truck to the next. At least the boys are cheering up. I haven't seen them this happy since Sam's birthday. Crystal, I know what I want. You're a little surprised when you see the food truck reporting that, but you nod and help him order. Here you go. Thanks. Mason eyes his brother's bowl suspiciously. Raw fish? It's just steak and salted sushi. Carter showed it to me one time when I was homesick from school. You have a pretty sophisticated palate, Mickey. Don't tell Aunt Sophia. She'll make me eat escargot or something. Your secret's safe for me. What are you racing? Anything tickle your fancy? Look around nearby food trucks. Mason's gaze is to focus on Mickey's poke bowl. Or maybe to try a bite? What? No. I mean, it looks delicious. Sure, we'll go with that. I think Mason would like to try some poke. He just needs a little encouragement. He's almost first apology. I can't believe you're gonna let Mickey out-eat you. Yeah, you're the one who's always bragging about liking fancy adult food. I'm just in the mood for a cheeseburger. Well, I bet we can find a cheeseburger somewhere around here. Maybe we'd have to head down the street to McDermott's instead. Wait, no, I want to eat here. Mason takes a deep breath, eyeing the poke bowl again. Okay, I'll try it. Just one bite. You should insist. You scoop a bite of poke from Mickey's bowl and offer it to Mason. You and Mickey watch intently as Mason chews softly. Then, hey, that was pretty good. Told ya. Give me another bite. What? No way. Let's get you your own bowl. Soon, you find a quiet spot near the food trucks for the boys to eat their bowls. At the moment, Mason looks over at you, a stray piece of seaweed stuck to his cheek. Thanks for making me try that, Crystal. And I thought the nannies used to do that. You're welcome. Sometimes we just need a little nudge to get out of our comfort zone, especially when it comes to food. Mason nods, still looking serious. What's wrong? Ow. Nothing. I was just thinking. I wish you were going to be our stepmom instead of Aunt Sophia. Oh, Mason, you shouldn't say that. I know it can be hard to accept when... things don't go the way we want, but that's part of growing up. I don't want to grow up. Me neither sometimes. And it's okay to indulge that feeling for a little bit. But, yeah, until you're ready to face your life again. I don't think I'll ever be ready to face Aunt Sophia. Despite all the conflicting feelings rolling inside of you, you smile. I feel that way sometimes too. Mason smiles at you, leaning to your side as he takes another bite of his bowl. I'm just gonna say I hate kids, but that sounds cute. Let's have a kid just like lean into you. I'm like repulsed at the idea of a kid getting that close to me like that, but at the same time, it's like, it's cute. Still hate him though. Anyways. But why can't you just be our new stepmom instead? Yeah, we like you and you like us. All we have to do is convince mom. It's not that simple. I'm eating with one hand and using my foot to like keep tapping the screen. I'm innovative. But she already likes you enough to let you live with us. True, but that's part of the job. I think it's a great plan. We'll tell her when we get home. Your heart Albert breaks as you take in their smiling faces. You're careful to keep your expression neutral as you interject. I appreciate the sentiment, but it's not up to us. It's up to your mother, and she's already made her decision. That sucks. Mickey slides down into his bowl. You playfully nudge his shoulder until he looks back up. But stepmom is just a title. I don't care about you two any less without it. Really? Really. You playfully poke at Mickey, and he giggles, shying away. Hey, that tickles. Really? I didn't notice. You quickly move his bowl out of the way, tickle him again, till he's doubled over with laughter. I give. Seriously, you're gonna make me fart. Oh god. You retreat as fast as you can, causing both boys to laugh. He wasn't really gonna. That was a trick, Crystal. A trick, huh? You turn on Mason, your fingers pinching at his sides. Wait, Megan's the one who tricked you. Too late. A few minutes later, the two of you finally stop tickling each other, laughing too hard to continue. Alright, it's getting late. We should head back so you can have that special dessert with your mom. Should we bring some dinner back for her? She hates Aunt Sophia's cooking. And she seems pretty bummed about this business trip. Then it's decided. Let's find something to take back to her. You text Carter that you're almost ready and head back to the food truck to find something for Sam. What should we get? I'm in the dark and I really can't tell. Is there anything in the bowl? There is. Kind of. What should we get? Anything's better than Aunt Sophia's diet. Very true. In that case, let's go with... You nod to a truck called Bad to the Bone. No one can resist some good old-fashioned soul food. Yum. Smiling and feeling generally good for the first time today, you ordered the takeout for Sam. My food's gone, now I'm sad, now I'm pissed. Back at the penthouse. You and the boys run into Sam as the elevator doors open. She sets the carry-on bag by the wall next to the suitcase before turning to you. Welcome back. Did you three have fun at the museum? Sam's eyes are locked on you, but you can't bring yourself to respond. Luckily, the boys do all the talking for you. The museum was alright, but then it was even better. We stopped at a food truck festival on the way home. I tried a poke bowl. Really? Did you like it? It was amazing. And we had something for you. That was thoughtful of you. You offer her the takeout, still not meeting her gaze. It was their idea. Sam opens the container and grins. I love barbecue. How did you know? Just a lucky guess. Right. Sam clears her throat, then turns her attention back to the boys. Why don't you two wash your hands, then head into the kitchen for your special surprise dessert? On it. The two race toward the bathroom, leaving you and Sam alone in the hallway. You start moving to the kitchen. Crystal? Yes? Thank you for dinner. For both me and the boys. I shouldn't have bet on my promise to have a special meal with them. No, you shouldn't have. You stare at her for another moment, then sigh as your resolve starts to waver. And you're welcome. It really looks delicious. Even though you're still mad at her, your heart softens as you watch her take a bite. She glances over at you and smiles tentatively, which is when you notice a drop of sauce in the corner of her lip. You got a little... Oop, my hand slipped. Sam blinks at you in surprise as you lean forward and touch her lip, gently wiping the sauce away. Oh. All better. You open your mouth to say more. You're not even sure exactly what, when the boys hurry into the room and you step back away from Sam. It's our time! What are we having? I'd like to make some s'mores. With the mega big marshmallows? Of course. Sam points the boys toward the s'mores supplies already set up on the kitchen counter. You were so distracted you didn't notice them before. S'mores with mega big marshmallows. I'll leave you to it. Where are you going? You haven't even had a s'more yet. I don't want to intrude on mother-son bonding time on your last night together. You wouldn't be intruding. Still, you should have some privacy. You force your lingering gaze away from Sam, then turn and leave before you change your mind. Later that night, you continue to pace in your room, feeling more alone with your thoughts than you have all day. Is she really going on this business trip because of what happened last night? That's so unfair to Mason and Mickey and me. I can't let her fight halfway across the world without talking to me first. You take the time to make sure the boys are already in bed. Let your adrenaline push you forward as you leave your room to hunt down Sam. You find her in her office. You find her in her home office, nursing a shallow glass Suburban. She glances your way as you enter. I thought I might see you again tonight. Sam, we need to talk about the boys. What about them? They're heartbroken that you're leaving, and I don't blame them. You're hardly around as it is, and now you're suddenly going on an extended business trip. I wish it didn't have to be this way. Then do something about it. You're Sam freaking Dalton. Make a phone call and whisk the twins away to Italy with you. I don't care if I lose my job. Just don't leave your kids behind because of me. Because of you? Take a deep breath and look Sam directly in the eye. We had sex last night, Sam. I haven't forgotten. Can I not say sex? Sex. We had sex last night. Why was that so hard for me? It feels like you want to. In fact, it feels like you're running halfway around the world because of it. Sam looks away, and you feel your frustration raging through you. You're a lot of things, Sam, but I never took you for a coward. That gets her attention. Your eyes flash as she meets your gaze. A coward? You heard me. You don't back down. The two of you stand face to face, breathing hard. You could have walked away last night. Sam lets out a humorless laugh. I wish that were true. Her expression softens as she reaches out to stroke your cheek. I've been trying to walk away from you in the moment we met. Yet somehow, I always end up back here. You step back out of her reach and you cross your arms over her chest. Over your chest. Her chest. And that's not good enough, Sam. Let's get one thing straight here, Crystal. Let's get one thing crystal clear, Crystal. Sorry. Let's get one thing straight here, Crystal. The timing of this trip may seem suspicious to you, but I don't want to go. I have to go. Every time I look at you, it's a reminder of what I'm leaving behind. Really? You aren't relieved to have an escape? No, this is so much worse. Sam takes a deep breath, trying to get herself under control. You step away and look out the window, unsure what comes next. You hear Sam approach from behind you. You feel her hands braced against your hips, kindling a familiar ache between your legs. You twist to face her, so close that your breasts press together. Sam plants her hands behind you in the window. Sam, you should fire me now. Neither of us has the strength to resist. Stopping cold turkey is the only answer. You go to Italy, conquer the business world, marry Sophia, I'll move out and find something else. We both walk away, hands clean. Well, as clean as they can be. My hands aren't clean, Crystal. How can they be when I think about you every time I touch myself, or when I want to murder the next woman who touches you? Don't want the other game here. What do you want? I want you, damn it. You grip the neckline of her blouse and yank Sam hard against you. Prove it. You kiss her with every ounce of frustration and heat in your body. But even as Sam's arms come around you, holding you flush against her, she pulls back with a questioning look on her face. Crystal, don't think, just feel. You push her jacket off her shoulders before your fingers slide along the back of her neck as you guide her wet, hungry mouth back to yours. Sam spins you around, pushing your back against the gold glass of the window pane. She lifts your wrists up above your head, holding them there with one hand while the other explores your body. Sam, you feel exposed in a way that makes your pulse raise as her fingers find a strip of bare skin on your waist, then slide up beneath your clothes to trace the curve of your breast. Has it really only been a day since the last touched you like this? I already feel like a lifetime ago. You arc your back, pressing your body against her. Her tongue tangles with yours, and she moans into your mouth. Can you really go the rest of the summer without this? I can't even go the next 5 minutes without it. Sam picks you up easily in her arms. You lock your legs around her waist, and she carries you across the office. Sam sweeps everything off the desk with a loud crash and lays you down. Your head swims as she unfastens your clothes and pitches them across the room. Her lips trail kisses all over your body, pausing to skim her teeth along your side, then against your hip. God, I want to eat you up. You look down your body at her, taking an intense look in her eyes. You want her, but you also want to make her pay for how she treated you today. You gotta earn that privilege. You sit up, pushing her back just a few steps. Crystal? Crystal? You've been a naughty girl, Sam. You know what that means? I'm gonna tie you up. Sam let out a soft curse as you hop down from the desk and motion for her to take a seat behind it. She starts to move around the desk when you call out. Wait, undress first. You lean in and skim your fingers over the exposed skin of her chest, then tug lightly on the open flap of her shirt. I don't want to have to deal with this later. Sam quickly strips out the rest of her clothes, then takes a seat in her office chair, arms on your armrest. You have a spare cord from one of her desk drawers, then tie your wrist to the chair. You do the same for her other hand, letting your fingers trail along her bare body before you step back and admire her handiwork. Aren't you a sight? Crystal. Sam tries to reach for you, but stops short as she pulls against the cords. She sits back with a pout. This isn't fair. I want to touch you. Oh? You want to talk about not fair? Everything that's happened today hasn't been fair. You lean over the chair, careful not to touch her. You let your breast idle near her face, so close you could feel her breath ghost over your skin. She visibly gulps. And now you're being punished for it. You hop back on the desk facing Sam. You spread your legs so she can see every inch of you, and slip your fingers under your panties. Oh my god. Your head lolls back as you let the pleasure course through your veins. Oh, yes. Touching yourself in front of Sam is a power trip like nothing you've ever experienced before. You can barely control your movements as your hips buck up. Crystal, please, let me touch you. Sam licks her lips as she struggles against her restraint. You slow your fingers as you consider her. I don't know. Have you been punished enough yet? No, but I can't make it up to you properly unless you let me touch you. Please. Selfishly, you know she's right. You reach out to untie the cords, and she's all over you before they fall into the ground. Sam kisses you deeply, pressing your back against the desk as her hands work your panties down your thighs. I haven't been able to think about anything else all day. You drive me distraction, even when you won't spread out in front of me. And now, her fingers make their way back up your bare legs, stroking you teasingly until they hit just the right spot. And now, I can barely control myself. I want to devour you. You spin around and brace yourself against the desk, showing her the view from behind. Like this. However you want me, I want you. Sam bows behind you, tucking her face between your thighs and working her tongue against you. You shiver and grip the desk, reeling from the sensation. And Sam. Sam's voice rises from between your legs. You want me to make this up to you properly? You can't come yet. Can you do that, Crystal? Can you hold back until I tell you? Sam punctuates her question with a devilish twirl of her tongue, and you gasp. Yes. Sam. Bring it on. I can take whatever you have to give. Don't hold back. Sam smirks at you, and you know she'll rise to your challenge. She licks her lips, then lifts her head and licks you. Her tongue lashes over you deeply and heavily, unrelenting. Oh God. I'm gonna... Already? I thought you said you can take it. Your body trembles as she sucks and nips at you, leading you toward the brink. Then she makes her tongue rigid as it flicks against you. Oh my God, that feels... Sam, don't stop. Lift your head enough to see Sam's hand working between her legs, touching herself in rhythm with you as she goes out your name. Crystal. That's all it takes. Your body clenches and you fly over the edge, ecstasy crashing over you. And Sam. You sag against the desk as Sam's arms wrap around you, holding you close. But after a moment, your normal breathing returns to normal, and the two of you get dressed. Now, imagine have already reading that, and having to read it again. I switched up at least one choice, and just like, instead of telling her to take it slow, I told her to bring it on. That's the only thing different, but still, imagine having to read that scene twice. And just trying to have no reaction and just get through it. Oof! Oh my God. You linger in the doorway. Less sure what to say now than ever before. Sam, I'm sorry, Crystal. I didn't mean to get so carried away. It won't happen again. You're not sure that's what you want, but you're too confused to do more than nod. My flight leaves early. I'll be gone before you wake up. Oh, I see. I guess this is... Goodbye. The word feels woefully inadequate, but you don't know what else to say. You wrap your arms around yourself as you make your way toward the door. I shouldn't have dragged you into this mess. You deserve so much better than me. Sam's strained words make you pause in the doorway. Close your eyes, bracing yourself as you look back over your shoulder, certain this will be the last time you ever lay eyes on Sam Dalton. I can decide what I deserve myself. You walk away without a backwards glance, and after this sentence is when I stopped the video, when I stopped the recording. Until I saw that, I almost cried. The next morning, you wake up at the crack of dawn. Despite barely getting a wink of sleep, you hear footsteps and hushed voices in the hallway, then silence. She's really gone. You restlessly toss and turn for another hour before you drag yourself out of bed to make the boys breakfast. Focus, Crystal. Sam Dalton is just a girl. Nothing you can't get over. You trudge through the penthouse toward the kitchen, dreading the upcoming day with every step. But you stop short as you spot a very familiar face sitting in the kitchen. Hi, Sam. Sam? Sam? What are you doing here? I heard you leave this morning. I did a lot of thinking last night, but I didn't come to a conclusion in time to cancel my car earlier. What conclusion? That you were right. I was being a coward and running away from my problems. I started robbing ahead and postponing meetings next week so I can do this right. I'm turning this business trip to a family vacation for all of us. You mean back to Bash Crystal? You come with me to Italy.